today we're gonna turn these 6 lucky contestants into these 6 badasses, guys. Well, let's get started. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Now today we'll be looking at how to make all the droids for the new Star Wars Battlefront 2. Now I played the open beta and I used some pictures from the internet, so we'll try and make one version from each class. Of course, in the full game you'll be able to have custom patterns and stuff on them, I believe. So maybe I'll make a second one if you guys really enjoy this. Now this was requested, or well, another Lego video was requested, and yeah, I haven't done one in a while, and they are the most popular videos on my channel. So I decided, here you have another Lego video. Okay, step 1 is to get all the little droid guys. Now there's 6 of them, 3 normal battle droids, and 2 super battle droids, and then 1 Geonosis battle droid. Now, next up, you want to cut the legs straight through the middle. I made an extended video on how to exactly do this, and it's linked right there in the top right hand corner, but I'm not going to cover it right now. Except for the Assault and the Super Battle Droid, all of the droids need to be painted, starting with the Heavy Droid. Cut off some areas with masking tape like you see here in the picture. Same for the Officer Droid, the Specialist Droid, and finally the Rocket Droid. Now the Rocket Droid, you want to get this a V shape on the front, which is rather hard to get perfectly right, and yeah, I messed up the masking tape personally. After this, you have to paint them. Now you can see that's yellow for the Officer Droid, black over there for the Heavy Droid, then red for the Specialist Droid, and then finally a bluish gray mix for the Rocket Droid. Now, yeah, that is the hardest color to get. You probably won't find it just somewhere on the shelf. So what I suggest is mixing blue and black and white. So that would be like a ratio of 1 blue, 2 black, and then about 6 white. So yeah, of course you can change the ratio of that. Well, not the ratio, but the amounts, as long as they stay inside the ratio. Now you're going to have to wait quite a while for the paint to dry, so I would suggest doing this before you're going to do something else, like do this and then go play a game or something, or maybe do it just before you go to sleep. That way it will be dry when you wake up the next morning.
2 hours later.
Well guys, it's time to start assembling these droids. Let's get our parts together now. Here we have the parts for the normal Assault Battle Droid. None of the painted parts are in this droid. And apart from the snap pieces that are already in the droid and the 2 cut legs, we also have a little minifigure stand, always nice. We have black binoculars, the old blast pistol with scope on top, and a like a flat 2x1 piece in same green color. Now, very simple to put them together, just like any normal little guy. Goes like this. Now, we also want to give him his little backpack. I don't know why this was discontinued on Battle Droids. I think actually it looks sort of good with a little backpack, because they do need that little radio control thing. Yet for some reason on Lego Droids they're always removed. So I don't have enough of these to replace every one, but yeah. Anyway, here we go. Pistol plus binoculars, just stick the binoculars up front. And you have the little droid E5, and he can shoot little fellows with it. Look, there he goes. Okay guys, and move on to our second droid. Here we go. These are all the pieces. Now this is the droid with the most painted pieces, because every single piece is painted, and it has more pieces than the Rocket Droid, who also has every piece painted. Now you can see just his legs, they have a black part in the middle. Same with his arms. Here, accidentally messed up on that side. His torso is painted on the bottom half except for where the legs attach. And the inside there, you can see it kind of being shiny right there. That's because it's not quite dry in there. It's taken forever to dry. And the same was with the inside of this, is why the back of this is a bit dirty when I put it together just to see how it is. And now all my fingers are all black as well. This is all going very well. Anyway, he also has his weapon over here, which we'll build in a second. Now, first up, just build him like a normal droid. There, one. Come on. Why am I having such trouble now? Okay, there we go. Yes, little hand on one side, other little arm. Come on. There we go. And his head. Now his neck is black, and this tiny tip of his nose is black. Now, I'm not very sure if the neck is actually black. It sort of looked like it was black in the picture I had, but it's not 100% sure. And this also goes on the back. Now, ideally you would have one that's flat, but I didn't have a flat one in this color, so we're going to have to settle with like this. Now, his weapon, let's just put him aside here. It looks very nice indeed. This little black thing. His weapon is that heavy droid cannon, and that's just blast rifle with these two pieces attached. It looks actually surprisingly good, almost exactly like the thing, and especially if you put it on this droid, it's also about the perfect size. Now, ideally, he would be like shooting it like from hip fire, but we're just gonna have him hold it like this, and he can stand on his little pedestal. There we go, guys. Let's move on to the next one. Now, next up, we have our third droid, which is the officer droid, which is technically a commander droid with its markings, but it's called the officer droid. Now, you can see here on the chest, I drew a tiny golden line here. Now, technically, it's supposed to be a big golden circle. Of course, there's no thing to draw on top or below, so it's just going to be like this. Now, back of the head is completely yellow as well, and like this little part here of the arms is also yellow. I think it turned out pretty good. Definitely happy with the masking tape design choice. I tried out something new, and it ended up looking really sharp edges, because last time I tried it, I don't know when that was. Oh yeah, that was with Mr. Bones, and then it didn't work because you had to have real detailed designs, and the masking tape was just too big. But if it's just some lines, then it's all good. Anyway, he also gets some extra pieces here. Backpack, stand, and he uses a pistol, which is called the R4GD, I think. I'm not completely sure, but it looks like this. I'll have a picture also up on the screen. Here we go. And you just give that to this fellow over here. And he looks like a real droid officer. We move on to number 4, which is the specialist droid. And now this actually has the most complicated weapon design, so we'll get to that in a second. Now, his head, he has the very back of his head, like this little part here, that's red, and this little part is red, because that is the part that's right between these two. Here you can see red shoulders, and then this little segment is also red, and then here he has an extra red line. And then on his back, he has this red backpack, because that's also what he has in the game. Now, arms and legs are just the normal arms and legs. He has no prints on it. Now, I couldn't really find a good picture of him, so I had to just go with the one I saw, which was only the top, so maybe he has some markings on his legs, but I don't think so. I think he's just a normal security droid, really. Now, his gun is actually a really fancy weapon here. That's his like sniper rifle, and it's definitely an interesting weapon, but it has to be a long sniper rifle, so we're just going to attach black lightsaber hilt to the front. And then it has this side scope thing, which I had a lot of difficulty because ideally I would have it mounted like right here in the middle attached to the other scope or something, but that's just not possible with Lego. So I have to attach it rather far forward, but then I guess with droid proportions that's actually also pretty nice. And then you attach like this, and you get his sniper rifle, the classic droid sniper rifle with its two scopes, one very big scope and one slightly smaller. And then if we give it to the droid here, he can scope it. Now, ideally we would have it slightly more here, because see then it's close to his face, but that's just not possible. Now at number 5 we have definitely the easiest to make. It's literally just these pieces attached. It's the Super Battle Droid, and it's just the Super Battle Droid. He doesn't even have a gun or anything that we had to make, because his guns are built into his arms. The only real difference between this and the standard Battle Droid you get is that his legs can move separately, which is something I do stand for all my droids, because it's just better. Well guys, now we get to the final little thing of today, little droid, and it's the rocket droid. Now this is sadly the one that went the worst. I messed up the masking tape here, and you can see it didn't turn out perfect, but we can say it's battle scars. Come on guys, that's how you solve any error. He has some battle scars here. That's why it's not perfectly aligned anymore. It's because he has so much like things on his, well, torso. He has all these like lines and stuff, which make it kind of hard to stick the masking tape so that it seals properly, and some of it leaked underneath. Now he has this V shape on the front, of course, and his two shoulder pads are also colored the same light bluish gray, and he has his arms, which also have the same thing on the side. He has this, of course, on both arms, and the rest he's just a normal battle droid. All he really got was a paint job here, and at the back you can see he has his two little things, and that's where the engines come out. Now I tried a couple things with translucent pieces and stuff, but they don't really stick in properly here, and when I made an entire jetpack he looked really bulky, and I saw in game that he wasn't, so he's just like this, and then he can go like, yay, you can be shot off into the air and come down and shoot all your asses. Anyway, I think he turned out pretty well. Now I have a little stand for him as well. And that was the last one. Let's take a look at all of them together. Well, a drum roll please. Now, first up we have this guy. It's Assault Man. Oh, there he goes. He's down already. Assault Man. Beautiful. Turned out very nice. Now, next up we have, let me just put him there. Next up we have Heavy Man. Also turned out very nice. I really like this gun and the black coloring. I really like those markings. They look really nice. And then we have, God, what's his name? Officer Man. Now, Officer Man, definitely the painting went the best. These are the most accurate painting things, because these are all very small, and I managed to just go around it. Now he even has yellow things on the little like rotating parts over there, just like has in the game. Next up, we have Specialist Sniper Man. He also turned out very nice. His painting is also almost perfect, except for a couple scratches here and there where it didn't dry properly. I was a little impatient. There we go. And next up, we have Super Battle Droid Man. The most boring of all of them to create. Didn't even have a weapon or anything. Legit, just Super Battle Droid. And then we have Always Falling, a Rocket Droid Man. Almost perfect. If I just got this nice and neat, it would have been better. But then that's something you guys can improve on when you make your own. Now let's take a look from in close. Here we go. Now first up here we have the, let me see if I can get it to focus. We have the Assault, then we have the Heavy, then we have the Officer, the Specialist, the two Super Battle Droids, and I think it all turned out pretty good. Now if I could just move my stand a little over, I can probably get all of them into the frame. There we go, guys. Now click right over there to subscribe and right over there to watch another video. I will be doing one for the clones and for the First Order as well. Won't be doing one for the Rebels or the Resistance or the Stormtroopers because the Rebels era wasn't in the beta and the Resistance is, well, it's not that interesting and I have to get like all those little outfits. Anyway, guys, thank you all very much for watching. Click over there to subscribe and right over there to watch another video. Thank you all for watching and see you next time.